leaders have a good part of the blame. Why? In our experience in Nigeria, people are more loyal to their religious leaders than even to the state governor. And when they want to do what the governor or minister says, it's so that they are not caught out of law. But it's more likely that people act in loyalty to their religious leader more out of love and trust. So we must ask ourselves, not just about Christian or whoever, every religion, what do religious leaders tell their people when they gather them? People who are opened to listen to the way. People are, so coming back to what should we do? Let religion return to its primary responsibility. Let's stop all this commercialization of even religion. Let's return to salvation of souls, holiness of life. That yes, the people will continue to receive struggle outside there against, but if Christians are truly Christians, our society would be a Christmas environment all through, not just during Christmas time. I think that's very important that we note.
Pastor Christy Leary, if we look at the story as told in the Bible about the birth of Jesus Christ, we see that he wasn't born in one hospital somewhere that is, world class. It was in a manger. Yeah. What does this tell?
Yeah, it speaks of his humility, and that should also teach us humility. It's one of the messages of Christmas, but not often mentioned. We look at the celebration, we speak more of the wise men who came to give him gifts, all these beautiful things. Wonderful. But he was born in a manger. The first people to come to visit him were shepherds. And at that time, the shepherds weren't the high-class people of the society. People. They were not celebrated. They were people you don't want to have anything to do with. And his birth and the way it came is a lesson, is a pointer to how we should celebrate Christmas. If truly we are celebrating Christ, who is the reason for Christmas. So his birth in the manger simply speaks of his humility, and we should emulate that.
So that means this consumerism tendencies that have crept into Christmas.
It came slowly. Man always have a way of turning things around to its own taste, to its own pleasure, and that's what we are saying now. And like our other men of God have said, we need to find a way of returning the celebration to what it ought to be.
How is it that this is to us? We're about to wind down. So you mentioned the society, you mentioned leadership, you talked about how we can all return. Outside the shores of Nigeria, around this period, I talked about atmosphere before, but see what is done. The businesses are cutting costs, reducing prices of things. So you have things like sales. You have things like moments of, as you even buy one, get one.
Yeah.
But back home or here, what you find is prices go up. Even now that we're in a recession and people are traveling home, what advice are we leaving for the people? What advice are we leaving for the businessmen? What advice are we leaving even for leadership? Bishop Osai, let's start with you.
Well, I said a lot in just one sentence, and that is agenda setting. When policies are formed by secular humanists, whose motivation is profit for man, what you get down the line is profit for man. So not until the governance take over antitrust laws that are designed to protect smaller companies and smaller individuals by insisting that certain things are done in certain ways. And we have regulators who are not necessarily parleying with operators. And all of these things will depend on returning to the original intent. What is the original intent? He says, glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace among men. Is that what we are pursuing? Are we pursuing a holistic human development program based on the light from above? You have funny characters and funny things that are happening everywhere. So not until we come to that level, it's difficult. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, a friend of mine left Lagos Airport by 7 p.m. He left my house to Lagos Airport, or he left where he was to the airport. And he stayed at the airport till 2 a.m. And the flight carried him to Enugu. He couldn't land in Enugu. Then the flight carried him to to Port Harcourt. He couldn't land. Then to Owerri, couldn't land. And they flew back to Lagos by 3 a.m. With Nigerians coming in from UK, from America, from everywhere, the aircraft. When they came, the people went and lay down at the aircraft and said, "You're not going anywhere until you fly us to Enugu." So the next morning, they now carry them like sheep without a shepherd and dump them in Enugu. 1 hour flight. You spend almost 23 hours. If it is me at that airport, I will know that Christmas is coming. I will know it's a rush period. I will know it is a time I should make sure that everything is in place to attend to citizens of Nigeria that are coming home. But when it is somebody who doesn't have my spirit running the airport for Christmas for people, he will not approach it like that. That is the fact of the matter. Can we say the truth for once in this country? That is the truth.
Well, we need to, just reiterate this message of Christmas. Yes, we are.
I thought all of them would just key into that as we wind down.
Nigeria is an unfortunate, blessed country. Unfortunate, blessed country. I mean, when we look at what we have, what we are capable of, human, natural resources, and we are blessed but unfortunate. And the whole problem is systemic.
Yes.
We cannot pick one and you see, even the businessman who's maximizing profit now finds himself in an unfortunate situation that this is the only time he can make up for all the overtaxes and bad situations. So
it's not funny, actually.
It's an unfortunate problem. It's an unfortunate problem.
Well, how can this lesson that we learn from Christmas help us?
Whether we like it or not, it must start from the whole spirit of the nation
should change.
Is abused in a way. And when we set an agenda from government, let the people following see the example. We want to discipline ourselves. We want to make sacrifices. Let us see it. 1 billion, if it is correct, for traveling for 1 year to go and bring what to the nation. Let us see it from example. I'm sure Nigerians are ready to make all the sacrifices necessary to push this nation up where it should be, but they want to see the example in the leaders, and that is where we find ourselves today.
Pastor Christopher.
Yeah, I would say that love, which made God to send His Son to deliver us, to save us, should be the focus at this time. Everybody should truly express love to his fellow men. And what do I mean by that? If I truly love my fellow man, I will not be waiting for Christmas to extort money from him. I will not skyrocket my price because I want to take money from him. Let true love, the leaders, if truly they love the citizens, they will cater for them, they will look into their welfare. I was listening to a governor who was saying that he has not collected his salary too for months, and I said, I don't believe him. He said he only collects his allowances. I said, it is the allowance. He's just trying to justify what he's doing. Let true love reign. And what is love? To give and forgive.
To give and forgive. Thank you so much for coming on this morning, Senior Pastor, Shepherd Hill Baptist Church, Pastor Israel Christilere, and of course Bishop Oscar Osai of City of David and
City of Refuge,
and the parish priest of the Catholic of Ascension International Airport, Ikeja, Father Michael Moore. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Have a blessed Christmas.
You too.
Merry Christmas.
Christ-centered Christmas.
Christ-centric.
So we're going to break, and Sunrise will be back in a moment.